that is my new cassette stereo deck. Now, I bought this thing for two reasons. One, I never had, for multiple reasons in fact. One, I never had a cassette stereo deck because, I mean, I have limited space in my bedroom, so I can't really go with one of that. And sorry for the background noise, but I am living on the first floor, so under my windows there are several people walking and walking all the day, so yeah. So the first reason is I never had one of those, so I need for listen my tape, which are not programs, and actually music. The second reason is for computing, because my TRS-80 Model 3 didn't have the discs, so it's a diskless system, and the only way I can feed program into the computer is from an audio recording, so it's pretty much better to use cassette because, you know, it's from the 80s, cassette were a thing back then, and I want to use cassette for my machines. The third reason is related to the first one. This is a pretty small cassette stereo deck, and this is a deck. I mean, it has no regulation for the control, for the volume, no regulation for the treble, no regulation for the bass. All this is taken by the integrated amplifier, which is, in my case, is that little thing right here. This is a Luxman 707 from 1969. It's all transistorized and it works well, so that's pretty matches the look of the thing. Plus it's so small I can move around in my workspace, so that's a really big selling point. I paid $5 for that, and I already worked on that, so because I wasn't thinking that it was interesting for YouTube, but I mean, it's a repair thing, so it is into some extent. The power button was broken. I had to switch back and forth several times using the oxidizer on the contacts, and now it works. And yes, that's from the background cassette. Yeah. I changed the belt and the stepper motor was making an horrible noise, and I fixed it by using some the oxidizer in it. But if we are going to listen some music on that, you will see. That's one problem. When I hit play, yeah, this barely moves. I don't know if you get it, but yeah. If I press play, yeah, that's not going to spin. Come on, do something. Maybe just with the cover close? Nope. This is opposing quite a resistance, and if I... Okay, it's working, but not so much. Then, these problems. Those are the haha. I don't think YouTube will claim for copyright on this thing. So one of the problems may be with this motor here, and one of the problem could be the capstan, and probably there are both of problems. As I can do anything to let you see that, but if I press play, you can see this thing is moving, but this is rubber from the 60s, so it's getting rotten, and yeah. So this moves the tape, and this is collecting the reel into the cassette. So we need to disassemble this thing and take a look at that and at that. I just removed these two screws. Another right here. Alright, so that's rewind. That's play. No, I can see. So how play is engaged? What's going on? Ah, yeah, this is a motor for play. Let's plug the power. Right. If I press play, yep, it's going to this thing here, and simply the rubber isn't that great on that. Ah, the capstan looks even worse. Yeah, that's not good. So I don't want to get zapped by the transformer and the capacitors near the transformer, so I should be very... This lever, plunger, whatever, this is good. It makes good friction between that. That's not good, and that is certainly not good. So, since I don't want to spend a single euro for that anymore, I mean $6, $5 for the entire unit and $1 for the new belt, it's enough. I'm going to try to clean the side of this rubber with some, yuck, look at that, barely touch it, with some IPA, and then I'm going to turn them sticky with some acetone. That's going to be funny. I'm going to exhale some pretty darn good stuff for free. Okay, I have already cleaned the head for playing and the head for recording, so that should be fine. Let's try it out and see how it goes. I don't know how to insert a cassette in that. I think like so. And it's sticking again. I mean, it's sticking with this only tape. Let's try Sultan of Swing from Dire Straits and see. Yeah, that's just not enough for that. I wonder if, by logic, this should be less worn than this other, and assuming that's okay, they should be exactly the same. Let's see if that makes a difference. Are you kidding me? Okay, my last try will be some sanding paper with isopropyl alcohol, and I know this is going to be change the geometry in the tape, but I really don't care. I just want this to be constant, at least for computing. I don't care about music. Let's try yeah. What's going on? I'm not sure, but yeah, this is the problem. So yeah, I'm going to sand it really well. Alright, I guess. How much I can do on that without damaging? Yeah, not so much. Alright, so I found a way to increase the velocity on that and avoid all the problems with the grommet and things like that. There is this potentiometer here, which controls the stepper motor, and yeah, but it is crap and it broke after I tried to turn this thing to the left. So this is 200 ohm, and luckily I found this little board here. This is from an PS2 model 30 power supply. This is a potentiometer and it's a little bit higher than 200 ohm, but we need about 60 ohm to get this thing running properly, and if we measure between that, we got 120 right now, so I think we can you know, we can fix it in some way. 120 and 120. So yeah, it has 3 pins, unlike this, but they are electrically the same. So I just have to be careful not to turn in over 200 ohm, and you can do that because this is larger. And wait. Have you finished? Yeah, thank you. Yeah, I'm really screwing up with that. Oh, here we go. Ah! This is pure lead. This... I have a full mode. Why I don't use my full mode? I guess it's too late. It's getting more complicated than I want. Yeah, I have to solder some wire onto that. And one and two, why not? That's one. That should be fine. That should work. Let's measure the resistance just to be sure. I don't want to fry my cassette player, recorder, whatever. $71. Okay, that's okay. That's okay. All right. Now it's just a matter of one and two. Finally! Yay! That's... wow! That's spinning so much faster. Okay, that's too much. It's not quite true. You know what? Those two tapes are different. This is ferro and this is chromium. The ferro one is yeah, it sucks. That is really good. That's really good. In fact, if I set it right, the chromium tape is less slippery on this rubber. I want to try another ferrum tape. Actually, I don't know. That's it doesn't tell that. They are the same. I just don't get why this is worse. Let's try another cassette. I have plenty of them. I'm just a crappy nostalgic man. And I open the box upwards. Okay, so those are the cranberries. That's working. This is also ferrum type. So I want to try a homemade cassette just to be sure, since those are what I'm going to use. Yeah, so that's chromium. Let's see if that's work. I hope there is something here. It doesn't seem. Most likely there is something here. Come on. Let's go and put in the position. Okay. Really, that should relate it to the grommet, so let's try another one. A homemade one. You know what? I want to try a cassette. A program which is chromium. Ferrum. Yeah. Okay, that's too much slippery to be used. No, that's not okay. That's type 1, so normal bias. That's ferrum, but it's a better one. Okay, that's a crap. I want to try with the haha. That's a crap. But the cranberries. Let's try this other. That's it. Okay, that's my reference point. So I probably need to work more on that. I mean, there is really nothing I can do. It's just aging the rubber, so that's unfortunate. Okay, so now after some work on the pincher, is that his name? Pinch roller. After some work on the pinch roller, I think I get it. Okay, that's working. I'm going to mess around with the controller for the for bass and treble and things like that, and then I'm going to screw that together, and that's done. I don't like to work on this thing too much. Yep. If we get the software cartridge, software cassette of before, and that's the exact same type of thing, and hit play. Let's go to the initial pitch. That's it. So this tape is ruined in some way that I can tell. Maybe it's too thin for this. This is quite old. So yeah, I'm going to use the Dire Straits tape in order to get treble and bass aligned, because this is pretty 70s, so it's more likely the best tape to do an alignment. Alright, so I declare bankruptcy. No.
I declare bankruptcy!
I declare this cassette recorder repaired, at least for now. There are several things that I want to address with that. The motor for the rewind and play that advance the reel of the cassette. It's pretty baked, so it's making a very awful noise, and that can annoy me in the future. So I want to address that. I mean, inside maybe there are some bearings that nowadays are sticky or broken on things like that, so perhaps it may be easy, but if I have to replace the whole motor, that just no. That will not work. So I hope you enjoyed this little repair. I'm planning to do some other videos like that, so it's barely edited and just to show you this thing. Usually on my video I redub myself with a microphone, and I don't want to do that with this kind of short video for, you know, unrelated topic with my channel. And I hope you enjoyed, and thanks for watching until the end, and see you next time.